Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome back to the TraVerus Chef. Today we're going to make a chicken stock from scratch. I think that the easiest way to have chicken stock, of course, is to open up a box of pre-made chicken stock, but you know, I've been asked to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and put it together for you and demonstrate how easy it really is. It's just, again, very time consuming. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, this is your basic kitchen stock. We're going to have onions here, and we have some parsley, some celery, a leek, a couple of carrots, a parsnip, some cooking spray, our stock pot, some bay leaves and some garlic unpeeled. And in here we have a melange of spices that I'll go over with you in a little bit. First, it reads to spray the inside of a stock pot. So we'll go ahead and freely spray that. Next, it asks us to go ahead and take the onions, quarter them, and stick some cloves in there. So let's stick a clove in there. I've never done this recipe, so we're just winging it here. We're just putting them in there whole because this is just a stock that we're creating to give it flavor, lots of flavor. We're going to be throwing all this out when we're done anyway, so it doesn't matter on the size. We're just letting these render their flavors to the stock to make it a good basis, okay? So there we go. We got our onions in there. Next, we're going to go ahead and take some celery, and we're just going to cut off the ends here, and then just, you know, make them big pieces. This is not a final soup. It's just a stock. Throw that in our pot. And then it asks for a leek. Here's a nice leek right here. And I have to wash this off. I'm cutting it lengthwise, and you see all that dirt in there? So I'm going to rinse all that off, okay? And we're going to throw that in, okay? It's fun throwing all this food around. I love to play with my food. Okay, next we're going to put in a medium parsnip. I've already scrubbed this down, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the top off here. And I'm going to cut it in half, and then maybe this right here to give it uniform. Just keep all that skin on there. That's good nutrients. Calls for a couple of carrots. We'll go ahead and cut that up. Put those in. And then it's asking us for a couple of bay leaves. Alrighty. And 3 garlic cloves that are not peeled. Threw those in. And then we have some parsley. We'll go ahead and put some parsleys in there. Been washed off. And then it asks us to put a large pinch each of dried rosemary, thyme, sweet basil, sage, and I also put in there celery seeds. Alright, so I'm just, usually you would make a bouquet garni with this, so you would put it in a cheesecloth and you would tie it up, but I'm fresh out of cloth. So be it. Alrighty, next I'm going to go ahead and clean off some chicken for our main ingredient. Okay, next we have our chicken, because what's chicken stock without chicken? I don't know. Probably just vegetable stock. So let's go ahead and I'm going to wash these off, and we're going to put them into, I'm going to look them over and make sure there's not too much, you know, gobs of fat. We don't need that. Wash them off really, really well. Cold water. And then we're going to go ahead and put that in our stock pot. You can't get all the fat off, but you're going to try to get as much as you can. That's obviously, you know, humongous. Okay, here we go. I put it on the stove, and it's on medium-high. I'm going to bring the liquids gradually to a boil over the medium heat, and then I'm going to immediately turn it down. Let it simmer uncovered, and we're going to skim any surface foam for about 2.5 to 3 hours, stirring occasionally. Okay, so here we are 2 hours after it's cooked. After it's been cooking, I should say. After it's been cooking. And I am going to strain this and put it into another pot. And then I will tell you what I'm going to do from there, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, here we have this beautiful stock. Just beautiful. Lots and lots and lots of deliciousness going on in here. And I strained it out as much as I could with just a little basket. I have a very small kitchen, so I do the best I can with what I've got. But my friend who is an executive chef said that what I should do at this point is take the chicken bones and put it back in. All the rest of this right here, over here, this has been rendered. This is done. This is done and it's gone. All the other things that were in there before, the carrots and the leeks and all that, that's done. Okay? Over here is treats for my dog. She wanted me to mention that to you. She loves these carrots and parsnips and stuff, so I'm going to chop that up for her dinner. Beautiful stock. It's very deep and rich, and I will wait for that the fat there after I've cooked it down. Let the fat rise and put that in a nice cool place, even if it's in a cold water bath, to help that cool down a lot quicker. And then we'll have our beautiful chicken stock. So okay, here we have our wonderful stock that I've let gotten really good cold. And see all those chunks of fat there? I'm going to take those off. I'm going to skim those out. I'm going to take out the bones that are in there. And this is beautifully gelled. I'll show you right after I do that, okay?
Don't say no.
Okay, here we go. I've taken most of that fat out of there. And now I'm just going to strain it because I have some chicken bones in there, if you remember. And I'm going to put it right there. There's some nice chicken meat in the bottom of that. And we're going to leave that. We're going to make sure there are no bones in it. But ooh la la. This is so thick and so beautiful that we could put this in an ice cube tray, and it would just be wonderful to take little frozen pieces of this stock and make yourself a cup of soup or a small bowl of soup anytime, any day. All right, and there you have it. That is one beautiful, thick, delicious, juicy stock. Isn't that just rich? I bet my friend Holly Powell, who's here visiting, is really going to love that later on. Hope you've enjoyed this video today. It's been a whole lot of fun again, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up on the TraVerus Chef. I'm Gin, as the TraVerus Chef, and I'm sponsored by AmenSistersTravel.com. If you have questions about this show or any of my shows, please ask Gin at the TraVerusChef.com. And Gin is spelled G-I-N. See you next time. Bon appetit.